Jeff Johnson here from Game On. It is another Game On GNT live stream update, and thank you very much for joining us tonight. We got a lot of stuff that we want to talk about, but first, I just want to take the time to show you exactly where we are today. Of course, we're in British Columbia, Canada, and we are enjoying nature here today. You can see the trees behind me, but I'm going to show you what's in front of me right now. Boom, lakefront. Right here. We're right now at Wassa Beach. This is actually where we're going to be for the day after celebrations for my upcoming wedding, which is on August 1st. August 1st is the day of our wedding, and Saturday, August 2nd, we're going to be out here just sort of celebrating, sort of yucking it up with all of our friends and family and enjoying ourselves, having a good time, and having some good laughs. Because obviously it's absolute insanity, absolute craziness, just go, where this will give us a chance to just sort of relax and enjoy the beach. Because let's face it, who doesn't like the beach? So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm out here enjoying nature and enjoying everything, but most importantly, I want to give you an update on everything that is going on with GameOnGNT. The good news is this gives me a chance to test out live streaming. I want to give a big thank you right now to Peter Thomas, who is helping us with our live stream broadcast right now through Google+. I'm amazed to see how well Google+ goes, because honestly, the thing I find with Google+ is it gets a lot of a bad name for just how its social media aspect works, but when you think about it, just the aspect that it has, this whole Hangouts on Air functionality and how it works is really cool to see, really awesome to see this sort of live streaming functionality, especially when you think about the fact that it's broadcasting live on YouTube right now, live on Google+. I've got an embedded video on the GameOnGNT website, so the entire world is seeing how much of a Sasquatch or a Viking I am right now, which is, I wanted to get some shaving done, but whatever. Anyway, GameOnGNT. Let's talk about what's going on with things right now. I'm going to start with some of the video projects that we've been up to and some of the video projects we actually haven't been up to for the last little bit, namely Thoughts of the Day. You see, Thoughts of the Day is a feature that I know is pretty popular on the channel. A lot of the videos that we've had with that have actually gone to like 20,000, 10,000, 15,000 views, and I love seeing those numbers happen. I love seeing big numbers, seeing it reach out to you, and seeing you actually enjoy some of the videos that we have in that way. But if you're wondering, well, Jeff, where the hell are the Thoughts of the Day? Well, here's the thing. I've got a wedding coming up in 3 weeks, and my thoughts have basically been on wedding mode. So honestly, for me, I would consider it a disservice if I were to basically put together a Thoughts of the Day video on any gaming news issue that were to come up and give it a sort of half-assed thought. I'd rather give it a full-assed thought, because I've got a lot of ass that I can show towards that and a lot of basically thoughts coming right out of that. So for me, in August, you're going to see more Thoughts of the Day videos. We're going to come back to it. Consider this like a seasonal break to the Thoughts of the Day videos. So that'll be coming back in August. Just you wait and see. We're going to come back with a bang on that one. And I promise it's going to be good. Now, gameplay videos. Got a lot of those going up on the channel right now. Started the month by playing some Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. And also have been putting up some other videos from Game On Party Night. Party Night is back. You're going to see more of those coming. It's a chance for us to sort of play the games again, because if you remember, we had the podcast going from February to about June, and the thing about the podcast was that used a lot of the teammates that I had for the Game On Party Night videos. Problem with that is the fact that all of those teammates, when we're getting together, the choice is to do a podcast or to do a gameplay video. And at that time, podcast was winning. Now that we're sort of taking a break from the podcast, it gives us a chance to get more gameplay videos out to you. So this month, there's been some Mario Golf going on the channel. Some terrible Mario Golf. I've been more in the rough or the deep rough than I have been on the actual course. And there's 2 more videos that are actually coming up. This past weekend, we did some filming for 2 gameplay videos that are going to be coming up on the channel, probably late August or even late July, early August. You'll start to see some of those videos come up. But we did some PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, got some fighting games in there, and we also did some gameplay for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, which a lot of us are comic book nerds. You'll get to see that sort of shine as we do this video. So that's going to be coming up on the channel as we go ahead. and more gameplay videos are going to be coming as well. Obviously, we've got Shay Plays Zelda still going on. We are in the basically the ruined world, the post 7-year gap time frame at this point, and the Forest Temple videos are going to be coming up soon. You're going to see us try to get through the temples, and then who knows what we're going to see coming from Shay Plays after that. Now, other things that are coming up for the channel, some major events are coming, and that's actually 2 major events that we are going to be attending soon, and that includes Con Bravo in Ontario, Hamilton, Ontario, and Edmonton Expo in Edmonton, Alberta. Who thought the Edmonton Expo would be in Edmonton? I didn't. I don't know. So, Con Bravo, that's coming up mid-July. I obviously won't be there because I'm in the middle of wedding preparations, wedding planning, getting ready for that. But Steve, one of our contributors who does our Best for the Best feature, he is going to be there. He is going to be covering the event, talking about a lot of the different activities that are going on throughout the course of that event, and also going to be doing some interviews. And that lucky bugger will probably get to interview 2 Best Friends Play. I want to interview 2 Best Friends Play so bad. I've been wanting to interview them for so long, and he's the one who's going to interview them. Excuse me for a minute. Anyway, back to my not-so-discussed. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of things that are coming up on the channel in regards to Con Bravo. That's happening in the middle of this month, and you'll be seeing a lot of content coming to us from there. Edmonton Expo in September, putting out the media applications. We're going to see what comes from that. Hopefully we'll be attending, and we'll figure out who's all going to the event from there. So should be a lot of fun at that point. Now, let's talk about probably the big item for me the last couple of days here. Just discovered actually yesterday that the site where Game On got its beginnings, GameNTrain, went down. It's no longer available. If you were to type in GameNTrain.com right now, you would find an offline site. And to me, that's really unfortunate because for me, I was one of the heads of that website for quite some time. I was involved with a lot of the volunteers there, and we worked together on a lot of big projects at that time. And it's really sad for me to see the website go down the path that it has, to see it sort of just disappear into the ether like that. Also disappointing because for me, that's 2 years of writing for me that has disappeared into the ether. So right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get all of that back file, all of the articles that I had from that time through various different sources. I mean, there's always archive.web.org, like all different ways that you can sort of find web archives to work with and get that information back. So it's going to take some building, but I'm hoping to bring all of those articles that I did over that time back onto GameOnGNT.wordpress.com, our current website. So if you're looking for any of my writing, if you're looking to find it, you're probably watching this either through our YouTube channel or possibly through our new website, which is GameOnGNT.wordpress.com. That's GameOnGNT.wordpress.com. So be sure to check out that website. We're going to have all sorts of archived features coming up there at some point. We're also looking to bring a lot of our old archived videos that we've done in the past as well, and old archived audio podcasts that we've done as well, because we had a whole series of different Game On podcasts that we did through GameNTrain, and then we had the second podcast that we did, so lots of different podcasts that we can bring to you, and hopefully we'll get up onto our current Game On GNT website in due time. Now, actually, you're hearing some noise in the background here, so let me show you what we got here. We've got some vehicles moving. These are fun beachgoers enjoying their time out here, so that's what happens out here. People enjoy. I'm right now in the outside of a beach, so of course there's going to be people wandering around. Now, let's talk about GameNTrain a little bit more. Lots of big projects that have happened over the course of that time. I want to take you through some of my best moments that I had during my time at GameNTrain. There were plenty of things that we did over the course of GameNTrain, a lot of adventures, a lot of exciting happenings, and so I want to take you through some of what I consider my defining moments that I had there. A lot of great times that I had, aside from all the wonderful volunteers that I met. I mean, Peter Thomas, right now, Peter Thomas, who is running this live stream for us, he's one of the volunteers that I met through GameNTrain. I'm so glad that I got that opportunity to meet him there. As I do have an opportunity to meet Eric Hoff, one of the volunteers and people who owned the website for quite some time, and all sorts of different people, whether you talk about Buddy or Brittany or even Jesus or basically Alex Meja or Kieran or Simon, Aaron DeBorba. A lot of different people that I've met over the course of the time. Just working with the volunteers was one of the big highlights for me, and just getting a chance to see them develop their writing and work together with them on a lot of different projects that we did. That was a big highlight for me at my time on the website. Of course, starting Game On. Big time moment for me throughout the entire time that I was on this project. And let's face it, some of the things that I've done at Game On, I probably could never reproduce anywhere else. The amount of celebrities that we interviewed, the amount of adventures we went on. I went whitewater rafting and ziplining for Game On. It's nuts to even think about something like that. And Isogenics Journey. That's another big event that I had over my course of Game On. This 3-month exercise program that I did to just sort of shape up and ship out and do my thing. Just thinking about something like that, in my day-to-day life, I probably never would have got the opportunity to do that if it wasn't for something like GameNTrain. So lots of big adventures that have happened over the course of the time that I was at GameNTrain, and I can never forget all of those. I probably can't even mention all of them while I'm here because there's just so many things that I could possibly mention. Now, let's talk about some of the big moments that happened there. I'm talking about specific interviews, and I'm talking about specific times that we were involved in different projects that happened. One of the big ones for me was the Naughty Gamers interview. That was when we were interviewed, myself and Eric Hoff, the owners of GameNTrain, interviewed by Naughty Gamers, which is a show on Playboy Radio. How many people can say they've been on Playboy Radio as a subject of an interview? I know before last year, I never would have had that opportunity. So it's just one of those things. It's a story. It's something you can tell people. It's like, yeah, I was on Playboy Radio. And some people are like, oh, were you just calling in being a jackass? No, I was actually being interviewed. Other things that have happened along the way is different people that we've interviewed along the way. I'm sure everybody has had a chance to see videos from people like the Angry Video Game Nerd, people like the Nostalgia Critic. Those are two of the big interviews for me that really stand out, just because, let's face it, it's the Angry Video Game Nerd. It's James Rolfe. How many people grew up with the video games that they played and just got a chance to watch him swearing and defecating over these games? To me, having the chance to talk to him and sort of get a little insight into who the man was, that's something that was just this incredible experience to have, and I loved it. I absolutely loved the opportunity. And also the Nostalgia Critic. Again, here's somebody who took our cartoons and classic movies that we enjoyed over the years and basically shit all over them. So having the opportunity to speak to him about all of his experience with that is really something. Really amazing to do that as well. Now, one of the big interviews that I want to talk about, and this was just interviewing some of the game developers along the way, because we talked to a bunch of different game developers. We talked to the people behind Terraria. We've talked to a number of different musicians, Tommy Tallarico, the guy behind Video Games Live. But one of the big interviews that we did was actually with the developers behind the indie game from Xbox Live Arcade, Deadlight. Now, this was developed by a company called Tequila Works. And for me, setting up the interview, I didn't think too much about it. It's like, oh yeah, it's just going to be another interview with a developer, la-di-da-di-da. And then they're like, well, we're in Spain. There's a gigantic time difference. I had to get up at 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning to go to my studio and do this interview. It was absolutely incredible. So, like, here I am trying to get this caffeine boost going, and on my drive in to do this interview, I didn't realize that I had figured the wrong time zone for the guys at Tequila Works. I was actually a time zone behind, and I got a phone call on my way there, like, so, are you ready for the interview? And I'm like, give me 15 minutes, then I'll be good to go. So I'm hauling ass into my studio to do this interview, get into the studio, huffing and puffing, trying to recompose myself, make the phone call. I was like, okay, let's go. And so here it is, like 2:45 in the morning my time, mountain time, and I'm doing an interview with a game developer in Spain. That to me is just absolutely nuts. and stands to me as one of the tests of time, one of the big moments from my time at GameNTrain of things that I never would have experienced if I never had volunteered for this website. So for me, seeing GameNTrain go is a bit of a sad note. It's sad to see that it's reached the point that it has, but at the same time, I know that a lot of us have developed and created things beyond what we initially did when we were first there. I know that Aaron DeBorba, one of our volunteers for the site, is involved with the Legion ladies, with the Legion of Nerds. I know that Peter Thomas, the person running this live stream right now, he's doing his own Twitch channel, Peter Thomas 6, so you can find him there. And of course, you can always check out his YouTube page too, youtube.com/PeterThomas6. Bet you're liking that plug, Peter. Then also Eric Hoff, who was the owner of GameNTrain.com, has gone on to do Steam First, which caters to his interest in Steam gaming and caters to a lot of people's interest, because Steam is freaking huge right now. For myself, I got a chance to sort of just cater and enjoy to what I'm doing with GameOnGNT, build the image that we have here, build what we're doing, and keep on doing what we're doing to try and build ourselves to a bigger numbers. And let's face it, the numbers that you're showing me every time I'm logging in and checking out the stats tells me that we're doing something right. When I'm seeing anywhere from 12,000 to 20,000 views every single month, that to me is a great thing to see, because I know I'm reaching out to you and I know we're getting somewhere with this. So we're all doing our thing. Maybe we'll come back together for some projects down the line. Who knows? All I know is right now we're all on our own adventures. We're all doing our thing. We're having some cross work here and there, and that's the way I like to see it. I like to see that all the connections that I have from that still exist today and still continue to go on, and we'll keep working away as we go. So this is me at the beach. I'm enjoying myself. I'm doing a live stream with you. I never thought I'd actually enjoy live streaming the way that I have been, and I'm glad that I got a chance to sort of connect with you this way. So, you know what? I'm actually going to go back to enjoying the beach. I'm going to give you one more vision of this just so you can see what we're enjoying out here. You know, lake, like this is Wassa Lake. We've got trees. We've got mountains. We've got lake. Awesome lake. So, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm going to go enjoy some lake water, maybe some beers, and I'll catch you with more videos down the line. I'm Jeff Johnson, your host for Game On, your best source for gaming news and talk, and thanks for joining us tonight.